Welcome back. I feel very lucky to be in the presence of John Bates. He's a naturalist from the Mercer area. John, it's just fantastic to have you back.
Great to be here. Appreciate you asking me.
And spring is a big time for animals and plants. They come alive again. We're going to get into some slides about that. But just generally, 1,000-foot view, what does spring mean for the natural world?
Everything. This is the best 2 weeks in the entire year as far as I'm concerned. Flowers are blooming, birds are all coming back, frogs are going nuts in the wetlands. All life is returning. Winter's slowly, hopefully regressing, and the world's coming alive.
Lovely.
Wow, John, so tell us a little bit about, average peak migration dates, right? If you want to take B-roll and show our viewers, let's start with like the bird migration map, right?
Yeah, so we've had a number of birds already return, mostly waterfowl, but the peak migration of birds for the North Woods is between May 12th and May 15th, when all of these birds have been wintering down in the neotropics, which is Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. They're all returning, and they return based on the insect hatch. Oh. They're all insect eaters, and so they really can't come back here until there's a decent insect hatch. Now, what's cool about this is they have no idea what the weather is here. They leap up from wherever they are in those southern climes in blind faith that when they get here, there will be bugs, and there will be winter gone. It doesn't always work that way, but that's what's going to happen May 12th to May 15th. 135 species out of our 235 that nest here are coming back from those places. So almost 60% of our birds have been down south drinking pina coladas while we've been suffering through winter.
Is there an easy way to distinguish the non-migratory birds from the migratory birds? Like, do the migratory birds primarily eat insects and the non-migratory rely on other items? That's my guess.
Yeah. So the birds that are back already are either predatory birds or birds that can eat seeds and or fruits. And to a minor degree, some insects. Some birds are back already, some swallows are back that only eat insects, but boy, it's a tough go for them in this late April time frame and early May when they're here.
And we have some more pictures for you guys, if you want to take B-roll to number 2. Pictures of the migrating birds. Look how beautiful they are. Different colors, too.
Yeah, what are those, John?
Chestnut-sided warbler on the top left, a pine warbler on the top right, black-throated green, which I just heard this afternoon on the bottom left, and a yellow rump warbler on the bottom right. We have 22 species of warblers that nest here.
Wow.
So if you want to learn warblers, this is a fabulous place. Northern Wisconsin is the best place in all of North America for breeding birds.
You know, warbler sounds like onomatopoeia. Is that how they got their name, or what distinguishes them?
What distinguishes them? God, you have to talk to someone smarter than me. You know, usually they're beautiful singers and they're beautiful physically. And almost all of them are insect eaters who are coming back. Not all, but almost all.
Wow. Okay, but you also talked about, the birds, beautiful colors, but we also have the flowers you mentioned. So spring flowers, if you want to take, okay. Yeah. Wow.
So what are those, John?
So the top left is hepatica. I just saw a bunch of hepaticas blooming today right across the river. I live on the Manitowoc River, right across the river from our house. Boy, I can't even see that well up there.
The bloodroot, yeah.
Oh, bloodroot's in the middle there. It's coming up. So the thing about spring flowers is there's different flowers in sandy soils compared to good soil. So where I live is in pure sand. It's a beach where I live. And our flowers are Trailing arbutus and hepatica, and not much more in the spring. But if you want the total brilliance and bounty of spring flowers, you go to where the soils are better. And where the soils are better, you get trilliums and the bloodroot and spring beauties. By the thousands, a carpet where you can't even hardly walk because you're afraid of stepping on 100 at a time, frankly.
So I feel like I must have learned this in high school, but what's the purpose of a plant producing a flower, especially in this kind of short time frame?
Yeah, well, they're called ephemeral spring wildflowers. They have to produce the plant, the flower, and get pollinated and produce their seed and or fruit in about a 3-week period, because once all those hardwoods leaf out, all the maples completely leaf out, it's 100% shaded down below. They have this narrow window, May 1st to May 21st, more or less. They got to get it done then because the shade stops photosynthesis. So that's why they're ephemeral. They're done, bang, pretty much over for seeing wildflowers. So go out now. Now's the time to go see them.
That is fascinating. Okay, we're going to take a break. After the break, we're going to talk about one more flower species as well as some charismatic megafauna. You might want to look that one up during the break. We'll be right back.